Are we live?
We are live.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Excited to get to the weed. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Welcome. Is this going on my channel, by the way?
Yeah. I figured
it's Empty Trips. Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Welcome to Empty Trips. I'm back with a vengeance. Me and my buddy Skaliber right here, and we did it again. Did you like? I hope you clicked for the thumbnail because you know. Oh, Skal, by the way, you saw the thumbnail, right?
Yeah, I did. It's great. I like it. I'm Vision with a little fucking emerald mind stone. Very
yeah,
cool.
Exactly. I took the emerald from your resource pack, but I couldn't really find out what the difference was between the one in Celestia and the one in
that'd be an old one. Yeah, it's just slightly recolored, I think it was, but doesn't matter.
so theoretically, it's like it fits your version of Vision, because it is your emerald. So that's nice. It's like it's all lore. Because me and Scott were talking. We wanted to do another podcast because last one went so great. A lot of fans, and WandaVision is what we're going to talk about because the season finale, and I personally fucking loved it. And I didn't know you were watching WandaVision though. Maybe we talked about it on the last podcast. No, we talked about the Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we did actually. Yeah. Disney's spoiling us this year, man. It's so good.
It's wild.
I've been saying this to like every single person I talk to about it, is that like we've had nothing from Marvel for about a year, and now the way that Disney Plus is going, we get Mandalorian at Christmas, and then all through the year we get WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki. There is no breaks on this train. Like it literally we get a week break in between WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's great.
And I don't really know how they're doing this either. Like, how are you filming this during COVID, right? I don't even know, like, how are you even, like, where are you doing this? How do they film any of this? Like, the kissing scenes and whatever, like, it's crazy, right? Because they must do it, like, safely. There must also be, because that sucks, right? If some person on the fucking set gets, like, a corona, the entire fucking thing has to get shut down. So, yeah, it's incredible. But I guess maybe now they're focusing more on, like, I mean, I don't know anything about filmmaking, but more on editors, because they just have I imagine that when they make a movie that's 2 hours long, they maybe have 20 hours of footage, right? That's what I'm imagining. That's how it works with the podcast, right? Even most video projects, right? You probably have a bunch of fucking footage. So maybe what they're doing now with the series, they can just get more editors involved, get the 20 hours edited nicely into a series and give us way more, much more content like that, which is very nice because now we get a bunch of shows, which is apparently the new way to do things.
Yeah, and I prefer it, to be honest. I think doing comic book stuff as TV shows was always a better way of doing it. I mean, for the longest time, I've been trying to say to people, and people usually do agree, things that originally are books would be much better if they were transferred to TV shows instead of movies. Like Harry Potter is the perfect example. Can you imagine do you know Harry Potter at all?
Yeah, of course, man. I love Harry Potter. I used to watch the shit with my sister and my dad, but I couldn't imagine that's already 10 fucking movies, right? Yeah. How many? 9 movies, basically.
I honestly, I'm planning on rewatching them sometime soon, to be honest. But yeah, but can you imagine if every Harry Potter book was one series of a TV show?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd like it too much. I feel like that's because I also wouldn't like it if the entire MCU was a series, right? It's maybe too much.
Yeah, true.
Too much bulk.
Yeah.
But this is nice because Vision and Wanda have always been like conceptually really interesting characters, but for some reason on screen they've never been more interesting than just like, holy shit, look at how powerful they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, actually.
So it's nice that they get like this insane amount of screen time and insane amount of like just like a space to explore their personality or whatever, or like what makes them cool. Because so you watched the finale, right? You watched all of it, so we can. Okay, so this is a spoiler episode, I guess. Just have to say that, I guess.
Spoiler alert! WandaVision.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yes,
exactly. If it wasn't visible from the fucking thumbnail, basically that's a spoiler, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not the first to do it. A lot of people do this. Like whenever like a new episode comes online, I think it was every Friday. I don't even remember. But I would go on the internet and I just see a bunch of thumbnails, and like I was like, and then you have to avoid it because I don't want to fucking get spoiled by thumbnails. It's a real fucking issue right now.
Yeah, I know. I remember the day it came out, me and my friend basically just said we're not going on YouTube or Reddit or anything, just in case we possibly see it. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I did the same thing. Because the Luke Skywalker, how he was in the Mandalorian, that was fucking ruined for me with a fucking like a thumbnail, right? Because maybe they're not allowed to use the original footage from the episode, but they can just get Luke Skywalker from like the old Star Wars, right? Just put him in the thumbnail and bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's how you ruin a bunch of people's day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I thought the finale of WandaVision was really good. Weirdly enough, I saw a lot of articles around the time it came out, basically saying that it was a disappointment.
Yeah, but I heard this too.
Go on.
Yeah, go for it.
I was going
No,
to say,
you go for it.
because I even saw articles like preemptively before the finale even came out, where like one of the directors or writers or something like that was basically saying he wanted to just warn that some fans might not be entirely satisfied with the finale like that. And I was like, what? How can you say that before the episodes even come out? Like, at least
Yeah,
wait for the backlash if it's going to be backlash. But
I know, but I feel like this is people's own problem because they're like, they're like, you're not if you're doing that sort of stuff, you're like looking too much into it, and you're like, fucking getting these expectations. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy a series, right?
yeah,
Because you're ruining it for yourself, and I'm very sorry about that. But if you go make out theories, and like I saw this article as well, like that went the ending of WandaVision sets up the Falcon and the Winter Soldier to fail, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want my opinion on how good it is to be based on your stupid ass articles. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Why are you like?
yeah.
Negative shit. This is
Yeah.
great. This is the best time to be a nerd, right?
It is.
And
It
there's
really
like
is.
some bullshit ass like trying to shit on your fun. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
know, yeah. But
I try
fair,
not to get involved.
like I thought the finale was really good because I mean,
it's
it
great.
shattered me. Like when the hex came down, right? And obviously Vision started disintegrating again. We knew that was going to happen.
Oh yeah,
we
man.
knew that was going to.
And then the kids.
And then the kids, and then I didn't know. Like it never even crossed my mind that the kids might also be on the same level as Vision in terms of like how real they are. And when they started breaking down on the floor, I was like, oh my god, it's so much worse now. Like I was already resigned to the fact that Vision wasn't going to survive this series again. But the kids, I thought the kids were going to survive at least. But she's alone.
Yeah.
She's alone again.
But also, what are the kids? Yeah, it's mad. It's so mad, and it's also it's a great point that you made, and also it's what I love as well, which is in like the same lane, is that at the end when she's like exactly right, she's alone again, and she has to like she has to walk through town like this walk of shame, just like she just puts her hood on and just she fucked up, but it's like sometimes you gotta just fucking strut through there, right?
Yeah.
Poor fucking girl. Yeah, it's wild, man.
But I honestly thought it was good. Did you see the two end credit scenes right after the show had finished?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
First of all, that thing with Nick Fury and the Skrulls and the secret invasion, that is definitely coming, and I'm very excited for that. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So the real Nick is still on. That is that who they're referencing, right? Because the Skrull lady, the agent, she's like, he wants to talk to you, an old friend. That's Fury, right? He's on the spaceship.
Probably Fury. Yeah. I mean, it might be that. Do you remember the Skrull guy that was in Captain Marvel called Talos, I think his name was, something like that?
Yeah. But he's like way old right now, right?
Yeah, he'd be really old now. Yeah. But I think it's either Fury or Talos. But either way, it's going to be involved in that storyline, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You've seen Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home. You remember the end credit scene there where it's Fury in the ship.
Yeah,
it's kind of wild because maybe they're. Yeah, because I don't know where they're going, but Sword is like a pretty fucking big. It's a huge departure from what Shield was, because Shield was pretty grounded in our real world, right? It's like, okay, secret organization, all right, okay, I guess it makes sense. Helicarrier, I'll buy it. My Sword is like straight up fucking spaceship. It's like, all right, next generation, you know what I mean? Final frontier, here we go. Humans, we've done it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do it, I guess.
I do like that, to be fair. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, also but the last end credit scene in WandaVision, the one that I personally am a lot more excited for. I mean, we already knew that Wanda was going to be a character in Doctor Strange. A lot of people theorized that she might even be the villain of Doctor Strange. I think she's going to be like an ambiguous, like gray area character, which I think is perfect for her. I think she is
really cool. Yeah,
she's going to be a big character in the next Doctor Strange film for sure, though. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How do you feel about Wanda? Is she a villain? I don't really know, to be honest, because I'm rooting for her.
Yeah.
But also, it's just kind of like,
Well, that's the thing. The best villains in movies, right, are the ones where you can kind of agree with them, right? So if there's a villain that isn't just evil for the sake of being evil, but actually kind of like almost has a point or has enough reason, then that's the best kind of villain, in my opinion. And Wanda has suffered so much, and she's also given up so much now for the sake of the people in Westview. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was very powerful. Just like, okay, fuck it. I have to capture you guys for 20 more minutes. Please, just let me end this. Try to hold back the tears. You know what I mean? Try to fucking... Yeah. And I'll figure it out from there. Just give it all up. Yeah, it's wild.
I know.
Poor girl.
But yeah,
and it's such a fucking good actress as well, right?
She is. She's really good. Honestly, the episode, the one I would actually say now, my favorite episode in the entire series was actually episode 8, where she goes.
Which one's that?
She goes with Agatha back in time to all these different scenarios that she was in.
Oh yeah, man,
like that.
That was epic, and I thought it was so clever as well because, of course, the Stark bomb didn't go. They always go off, right?
Exactly.
And then there's like improbability. I think about this once a day. Like, oh my god, improbability hacks, fucking epic. You know what I mean? That's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy shit. That's so cool.
But she did it accidentally as a kid. It's amazing. I love.
Yeah, but that's her. I feel like that's her magic, right? She doesn't need incarnation or whatever the word is. She doesn't need to like
Yeah.
Do the spell like as if it's a spell. I feel like it's
Yeah.
that's why it's maybe chaos magic, because it's driven by her what she wants, her desires
Yeah.
maybe, or like her intent in life. Like she intends to, she wants this so badly, and then her magic just goes okay, poof, and then it creates it, manifests it, or almost like. And that's, I guess, what she needs to get control of. Which is also going to be
Yeah.
such. I hope they're going to be able to show that in like a very humane way. Like it's almost like becoming somebody, watching somebody become like enlightened or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like taking control, whatever. It's wild, man.
I mean, you see Agnes using her spells, right? And she actually she speaks in Latin as the other witches did in Salem in that flashback scene. And
Yeah.
they have to study for their spells and learn them properly and
Exactly.
use
Yeah.
them vocally. But she just does it as Agnes describes it, on autopilot. So
yeah, she just has to know about it, right?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
she knew about the runes, and she doesn't need to know like any intent, like any of the studying. She's just like, okay, I want a rune there. Whoop, I've done it. Like just throw a projectile at it and just I don't know, mind focus on it, whatever.
It's amazing, isn't it? And then obviously, now that she's got the Darkhold and she's been reading through it, purely just reading through the entire thing in the lead up before Doctor Strange, she's going to be a hell of a lot stronger than Doctor Strange is. They even named.
Oh yeah, for
they
sure.
said that. They said you have the potential
even stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so she's going to be a big threat in the next Doctor Strange film for sure. And it's called Multiverse of Madness, for Christ's sake. They keep teasing us with this stuff.
For sure. So do you think it's going to be more of a, because I thought when that name first came out, I kind of expected Wanda's powers to be more not like witchy. I didn't expect that, but more like sorcerer driven. So for example, how Doctor Strange makes the circles to cast spells, for example, you know what I mean, the discs. I imagined maybe he could teach her, and Wanda does the same, but then it's red magic because it's so strong or whatever. I kind of thought they would go that way, and explore the multiverse together. But now I might think that it might be more of a, one that goes in there, saves her kids, tears up the entire, fabric of reality as we know it, right? Yeah. All the Spider-Mans probably pour in. X-Men, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
That. I really.
And then, but then Strange has to go back after. Yeah, man, I hope so too. Man, they have to fucking. You've heard the name, right? From Spider-Man, the third one. You've heard the name? I forgot right now what it's called.
The name it's called No Way Home, isn't it? Yeah.
No Way Home, bro. That's Spider-Verse shit, right?
Exactly.
I'm not tripping, right? I'm not making this up, right? This is real. This is happening, right? Yeah. Wild, man. It give me goosebumps.
I know.
But of course, I'm hoping they're gonna do the Tobey Maguire, of course, with whatever the other guy.
It's obviously been heavily rumored. I mean, I spoke to a friend about this recently, and he said until it gets officially stated by Marvel, you can't really believe anything. So at the end of the day, everything is speculation, but we're only going off of what I understand, logically do.
I know, but yeah, exactly. This just feels like the only thing to do, and especially since they have to one-up Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever fuck it's called. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man. They have to one-up that because that's still Sony, right? So
yeah. But yeah, it does excite me though, because obviously they have that deal with Sony where they have to make a Spider-Man film once every 2 years. So obviously Spider-Man No Way Home comes out December this year, so we will get another Spider-Man film in 2023, if not early 2024 at the very latest. Which basically means that's what I think is going to happen is No Way Home is going to be some sort of weird convoluted plot where basically maybe he does start to explore the multiverse, but I don't think there'd be any alternate universe Spider-Man just yet. But I think what I really would love to see, right?
Nah, you don't. You think they would cock these like that?
Well, they did it in WandaVision with Evan Peters, didn't they?
Yeah, I know they did, but I also feel like that's a show. Maybe it's a different. I feel like the movie. I would be kind of disappointed if they kept up the slow momentum with the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Unless they were able to give us just more movies, but basically, I mean, I gotta be honest. I kind of prefer the show because now that I think about it, because basically every episode is like half a movie already. Right? I'm really not mad at it. It's really great.
It's good, isn't it? I mean,
I feel so privileged as well. Like every time it comes out, I'm like, this is the real thing. I'm so privileged to be watching this right now. It's like on my fucking phone. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, Disney, you did it.
Yeah, I know.
You're doing it.
I've gotten to that point now where every time I hear the Marvel intro, the I start just dance along to it every time. Like it's not even that good, but you just associate it with everything. Bro, it's amazing.
In my own room, I'm like looking out my window, like there's nobody seeing me. All right, here we go. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's wild. It's a good time to be a nerd. It's fucking incredible. I'm glad you're so into this as well. By the way, I'm happy we were able to do a podcast.
Yeah, I'm watching the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier next week with my friends at uni. And we're just hyped for that now.
Is it out next week?
Next week, yeah.
Is it out next week?
Let me see. What's the date? Let me see. It is Friday 19th. So literally, there was a 2-week gap between WandaVision and that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this week they're also going to release
the The making of
the how it's
series.
made, right? Yeah, the making of.
Yeah.
You want to watch the videos from the Winter Soldier? Because
Yeah.
I'm ready to get immersed if you want. I don't know if I have audio.
Yeah.
You should just play it, I guess.
I think you do, but
And
you can put it in post if you want to, obviously. But let me see. So I'm going to go full screen.
yeah, but for now, for the experience now, I hope I have audio. Otherwise,
Ooh. Great.
Ooh,
Superheroes
that looks so fucking cool.
cannot be allowed.
I wonder
to
what they're doing.
exist.
Yeah.
I have no intention
Yeah, that's
to leave
Simo.
my
That's so
work
cool, man.
unfinished.
He's got the mask. You see it?
Yeah.
Those masks are cool as well. That's kind of like Joker shit, right?
I love that.
Where do we start?
Yeah.
Girl, kick your ass!
Man. Okay.
Just blink. Sweet Jesus. I mean, how old are you?
Epic.
I think it looks fucking awesome.
Great.
To be honest with you, right? That
Yeah,
was
it
the
does.
show that I was least hyped for when they announced the initial 3 Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, but it's so hard to not be hyped though, because
I
it's
know.
like, you know what I mean?
Like
Man,
now, obviously
okay.
that I've seen WandaVision and see because they poured $25 million into every episode. It's gonna be good. It can't like
Oh, bro, that's insane. That's Disney
ridiculous.
money, right? Marvel would
I know.
never be able to do this. Like,
No.
we gotta kind of like give a little shout out to Disney, like in a weird way. I know it's like
yeah.
maybe we should have one big overlord. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
embrace it. You know what
I support it.
Fuck it.
I say to this day, right? I don't think DC is gonna have a good live action multiverse or like expanded universe or anything until
No, they still
basically-
don't. They still don't.
They still
Let's
don't.
be
Do
honest,
they?
they still don't.
But they
Unless
might
they
do in the
reboot-
future if Marvel buys
Yeah.
it.
If they've rebooted with Joker, maybe then they might in the future. What did you say? If Marvel bites? If
Not Marvel buy it. If Disney buys it, even because I feel like at this
Oh,
point,
if buys it, yeah.
Disney has just shown that with like large expanded universe type thing, they have the money and the influence to do it properly.
How big do you think you could go? Do you think you could get to levels where Harry Potter is just like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? You know what I mean? And David Radcliffe, or what's his name? Daniel Radcliffe is like, you know, a student of Doctor Strange or whatever. You know what I mean? Do you think they could go? Do you think they're gonna go that big? How big do you think? Because in comic canon, you know, the DC has crossed over with the Marvel Universe,
Yeah,
right? They've
exactly.
done that before. So it's like,
They have, yeah.
it's like, if they just get the license, how weird is that? It's like, by the way, there's a city, we never mentioned it. It's called Gotham. You know what I mean? Because once they get Deadpool involved, they can just literally have somebody like narrate all the shit that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Deadpool's
It's
gonna
like a
be
big
in
money
a
machine.
film in the near future, isn't he? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's got to be Ryan Reynolds as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I love the fact that it's gonna be like Deadpool is the only character where they can just get away with it, and they will just play it off as a joke in the first film. He's in, and be like, "What? Why am I here now? This has a
Yeah,
much bigger
and-
budget. This is great." And then they'll just carry on with it, and it'll just be nothing
Exactly.
to it at all.
Bro, I'm imagining Deadpool like with Mickey Mouse ears just fucking a pile of money, you know what I mean? He's like completely take all the sting out of it because it's fucking Deadpool. You know what
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
would be-
wild.
but if they do something like that, I will have so much more respect for it because it would just be so self-aware. And Deadpool is.
I mean? You know
that.
they will.
Yeah.
Deadpool is that. Deadpool is that to like a crazy. Like I was offended when I saw Deadpool, and I don't mean to be like a redditor. I don't want to sound like a redditor, but you don't really usually get this right in movies because a lot of movies, you know, they kind of establish these rules, and you don't really want to shit on other creators. Like the DC would never. You know what I mean? They may be kind of maybe a joke here and there about to the other universe, like DC towards Marvel or the other way around, or whatever. That's kind of maybe what you'd expect, but you never expect like Deadpool to fully just like kill all where Ryan Reynolds going around the universe as Deadpool, right? Killing all the fucking, you know, his bullshit jobs, and he's like shitting on the fucking green suit.
Yeah.
Epic,
oh
bro.
my god. Yeah. He shit
That's
on the
epic.
Green Lantern, didn't he? Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure, and he kills him. He kills the other Deadpool in the X-Men universe. So he
does,
shits on
yeah.
like
Yeah.
on themselves. It's epic. It's fucking Deadpool.
I haven't seen Deadpool
Can't
2 in
fault
such
it.
a long time. It's such a funny fucking film. Holy shit. But yeah. But yeah, let's talk about the trilogy.
Better than the first one? What do you think? What do you think? Better than the first one?
I don't know. I think they're both good
I
in
think
a
so.
different way. I think they're both really good films though. But I think the second one is a good sequel because it would not be as good without the first film having like set up the whole
Yeah,
premise.
for sure.
So
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're both just honestly just quite good films to be honest. But yes, anyway.
How is it? How are they doing this? Sorry, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, trade talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but
So
it feels kind of like cheating. It feels kind of like cheating because I'm still so in love with like WandaVision. I'm like, oh, already, you know what I mean? My baby.
yeah.
I'm still trying to process this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
That's
you
not
said
that
about
bad.
that in the trailer. I feel
But,
like this would be more of like a raw drama, like type acting type deal, right? The reason
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I loved WandaVision so much is because of the fact that it was so like fucked up in a way, because they had this like all nicey
It was like
atmosphere.
mental.
Yeah, it was really.
It was like yeah.
It was really weird because they
A
started
weird
off
journey.
right, and you had this like idealistic 1940s, like everything's really nice and fancy, and then you find out a couple episodes in that the residents are living in pain, and like there are children
Yeah, in
just
pain,
locked
bro.
away,
They're crying.
like
Yeah.
waiting to be used as like actors on this giant set. It was weird. Like it
Yeah.
made you seriously question the morals of it all, and
Yeah, but also the fact that it starts off as well. That also the fact that it starts off with where like you don't really know. You're just like dropped into it, right? But also
Yeah.
then you find out that Wanda doesn't even fucking know. And that's like
No.
it's almost like mental illness. Like she is like,
Yeah.
fucking probably like depressed. And now like the most powerful creature, just like she happened by this power, right? Is is morbidly depressed.
I know.
You know what I mean? And she's gonna try to get her kids back with chaos
awful.
magic that just does whatever she wants.
Oh
Yeah,
my
as
God.
well.
That moment, right, where they revealed what happened when she actually stole Vision's, well, when she stole Vision's body. In other words, she didn't fucking steal Vision's body.
No, she didn't
At
steal
all.
anything. I really was convinced she did though, but I guess they set it up for
Yeah,
her, right?
but that obviously that guy was just
Hayward did.
generally evil, wasn't he? He was the generic evil middle-aged white guy. I thought it was quite funny, to be honest. But he was a dick,
Yeah,
so he deserved it.
he was a prick. Yeah.
But yeah, it was obviously like when Wanda went to that house, the foundations of the house with the note saying like a home to grow old in from V, I was like, oh no, it's so badly. And then she just collapsed to the ground and you can it's so awful. Like, have you seen that Reddit
it's
post?
really sad.
John, this is actually a job for you in post. There is a Reddit post I saw on the Marvel Studios subreddit a little while back where basically it showed the scenes from the end of Endgame. So you've got like T'Challa in Wakanda.
It does that in the series as well, right?
No, it did. It was just we're probably just thinking the same thing because it seemed a lot of people. But obviously, you had T'Challa there. You had Ant-Man and the Wasp with with his daughter Cassie, and then you had like all these characters in the different settings after Endgame, after like the fight's been won and everything. And then you had that picture of Wanda just like crying in the house, and it's like, shit, yeah, they never showed where she was at the end of Endgame, because it wasn't.
Yeah, but
what
what do you do? Yeah, no, it wasn't because she kind of got like a weird way of like a tiny bit of revenge maybe because she got like she got really angry at Thanos and broke his armor in a way.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. She had no control, I guess, so she couldn't fucking kill him on the spot, I guess.
Yeah,
but then what do you do, right? You don't have a family to go to. You're still, I mean, you got all these powers, and now you're like weirdly famous, but you maybe don't want to be. You just want to fucking hang with friends, but you don't got anyone.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do? I guess it's wild, man. I saw a theory as well that because they bought like a plot of land, right? The Vision and Wanda.
Yeah.
And I saw like a theory on Reddit as well that you remember the moment in Infinity War where they're like you first like they're like getting the audience it's first revealed to the audience they're like getting romantic together. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're like in the alleyway and then they get attacked by whatever the fuck his name is, like the evil guys who work for Thanos. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a clue what they're called, to be honest. I know the ones you mean.
I don't know.
It's the
Dark Order, Black Order.
That's it. The Black Order. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Black Order. Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah, and that's the moment where Vision was supposed to like propose to live together in a little like house, and then all the fucking dreams are shattered.
Oh, damn,
fucking
no idea.
ripped out of his fucking head as well. I mean, I don't know, man. It's this fucking Reddit guy. Maybe he's just trying to fucking make us all feel bad, though. I mean, one asshole on Reddit.
Fucking working.
It works. Yeah. The weather is getting gloomy, man. I'm getting pressed out here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, a great show. Great trailer as well. Albeit it was good. It seems really funny, but I just want to see it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be cock teased. They released like 6 trailers. Just let me see it. I don't want to be. I'm still like on WandaVision right now.
I get what you mean.
Did you like the part where they talked about the boats, about the whatever the fuck it's called, ship of Theseus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess they used a slightly different one, didn't they? But it's the same premise. It's the whole the idea.
What is yours? What's the one you said?
Archimedes' ship is I believe.
Is it the same thing?
It's the same thing. I think the ship of Theseus, Archimedes, or it might. There's another one which is based around a broomstick handle. There's loads of premises of the same thing, but it is a really interesting thought experiment though, because obviously we've literally been given that premise: is white vision vision, or is fake vision vision? Because in my opinion, fake vision isn't actually vision. It's like the idealistic Wanda's version of vision. Yeah. If you think about it in the show, right, the way that fake Vision behaves in the Hex, it's not like how Vision was, because he's a lot more like human than he actually was in real life, and I think that's the way that Wanda like chose to remember him, as like more human than he actually was. So
I think that's right. I don't know if I remember that. Well, maybe you're right. Well, maybe he's more human because I don't really know. Yeah, maybe you're right. That's subtle acting, though, right? It's good acting.
Yeah.
That this guy is like has a multiple. Yeah, maybe you're right. Because that does make sense that you would like
something I picked up on in the show anyway. Because obviously it was revealed that he wasn't kind of.
But
he wasn't entirely real.
So what is so what is a hex vision then? Is it because it's Wanda herself? She says it's a piece of the Mind Stone that's within her, right? Because she observed part of the Mind Stone, right? I assume that's what happened.
Yeah.
When she was exposed to the Hydra shit.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a piece of the Mind Stone and the memories of the real Vision? Because it's the real Vision had that piece maybe for a while. How does that work? It's like
I don't know, because I think obviously Wanda created.
Or maybe it's also her own memories, maybe because she can also like project it to people probably.
Yeah, I honestly think that the vision that was created in the Hex was entirely from Wanda's memory of him, which means that he wouldn't be a perfect recreation because, of course, she would remember him differently to how he actually was. Because if you think about it, when Vision was created, the Mind Stone wasn't actually there. It was a fake Mind Stone, and it was a fake Vision with a fake personality and everything else. And when he immediately came to fruition,
but
he didn't remember being an Avenger. You know, I think she chose
you are right.
For that to happen.
He didn't remember.
Yeah, because I think she wanted.
Yeah, so she chose for his. So she chose for what memory that the Vision has. So she chose Vision doesn't want all this memory of the fighting and stuff. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want. Oh, right. So that makes sense.
That's my interpretation.
She's like manipulating that.
It could be entirely different, but I don't know. But honestly, though, I actually think there might be some rather interesting storyline with that because I don't know if you've. I watched a lot of videos that like new rock stars are really good for this type of thing. They're a great like nerdy. Any sort of media type channel, and
but I don't like the host. He's so like, "What's up, guys? Welcome to a new rock." Like, it's not really like that. I kind of forget how he does it, but I don't like it because every time I turn the video, I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
I just fully buy into it. I think he's a big cheeseball, and I'm just there for it, to be honest. Yeah. But in the
more power to him.
Right?
His channel's doing better than mine.
Yeah,
sorry, what did you say?
He's doing fucking great. In the comics, White
Thanks.
Vision.
just like a friendly comment in between. Thanks, man. I love you. By the way, thank you for doing the podcast with me again. By the way, we're the kings, right? Taking over the shit, just like casually, just like it's nothing, tough.
I mean,
fuck yeah, bro.
We're just sat here having a chat about nerdy shit. It's great, you know.
Yeah.
It's just good fun.
I appreciate it though. It's nice. Yeah. You're like it's nice to have a guest on who was you. So, but good, carry on. Because that clearly broke your flow, but I'm sure you'll appreciate it.
No, don't worry. But yeah, in the comics though, because if I'm talking more than I did last time, sorry, I just get too fucking excited with this stuff. But yeah, in the comics, right, White Vision actually did kind of become Vision again in the future because. In the comics, right, a very similar thing to WandaVision happens where Vision dies, Wanda creates a weird, half, not really real Vision, and then at some point in the future, the fake Vision sort of merges consciousness with White Vision, and then they sort of become whole again. That would happen. I thought that would happen as well, yeah.
In the fight when fake Vision is like fighting the Hex Vision, they're like phasing through each other, right? And I kind of just expected them to maybe talk about it and then figure out we're only the Vision if we're together, because we need each other, and then they phase into each other or something. They become. That's kind of what I thought would happen. Yeah. But it didn't happen. So now it's like this white guy. So he might become Ultron if he gets the memories, you know what I mean? And then has this cold, calculated way of thinking about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then really finds Ultron's. Yeah, that would be kind of cool because Ultron needs a better shot, man. Because the Ultron comics are so fucking cool. Oh, I spat all over the place, but whatever. But those are one of my favorite fucking comics. I mean, I only watch videos of comics, right? I've never read them, but that storyline is just was so fucking intriguing to me. So, and it's kind of I feel like they kind of maybe wasted Ultron a bit because it's supposed to be like the Age of Ultron, right? Yeah. Right? It's like the entire fucking world is like in disrepair, and like people are dying, and like everyone's fighting, and like they have to use like a tech that isn't connected to the internet. You know what I mean? Because it's like. Ultron is everywhere, that sort of stuff. That's what I want to see in the MCU, right?
That would
be cool. Earth completely fucking, yeah. They could maybe do it with like I'm spitting all over the place. I'm sorry. Do you see it on video? No, I feel they're so dumb. I can't like control my lips. I'm too high.
Nice. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that actually because you've just been getting high this whole time. Let's have an update on that. That's pretty cool. So I quit smoking in January, and I am now smoke free for 2 months and 12 days, which is pretty.
Congratulations. Yes, we'll give you a little applause.
Thank you. Yeah, cheers. Yeah.
You're welcome.
But even more impressive, you also quit smoking, right?
Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, bro,
I did. How the fuck did you manage that?
Man, I hypnotized myself, right?
That's fucking amazing. Like
I've done it twice now. I've done it twice, like extra time to like get it in my brain. And I don't know if it works like that, but I'm gonna just keep it up. Like fake it till you make it, and at some point the nicotine's out of my system. It doesn't matter anymore, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. It's wild.
I didn't think you'd be able to do it, to be honest. It's actually really impressive.
No, but you kind of did it. It's also kind of nice when you have friends that, I feel like I kind of inspire you sometimes, and maybe you inspire me sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's also kind of nice to see when you were able to do something that I'm like, okay, if this guy can do it, you know what I mean?
Possible.
I can. So yeah, of course, I have that same like, yeah, it's a big one for me. So yeah, thank you. It's nice. It's nice to do it with someone. I guess we quit together, but you were ahead of me. Why did you quit again?
It was
Did you just randomly do it?
Yeah, I mean,
Because we started working out.
Yeah.
We lost track of that. I'm still doing it, as you might be able to
I'm
tell.
doing,
I
I'm
look
doing it
great.
my own way. Yeah, nice.
Hey.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been smoking for like 3 years, I had been smoking for like 3 years, and I've been wanting to quit time and time again because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. Like, it's a problem with addiction, right? You cannot describe an addiction to someone who's not had an addiction, because some people will say like, oh, I'm addicted to my phone, or I'm addicted to this TV show. No, you're not.
Yeah.
An addiction is a serious mind fucking situation to be in, and it really seriously fucks you up.
And there's a time before there's a time before addiction, right? So in the time before addiction, there is no addiction. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's also hard to explain.
Exactly.
Which is what you said.
Exactly.
So yeah, go on, I understand.
Yeah. So basically, it was just a simple case of like, I've been doing it for ages, and it was just so normal to be now. Like, I've been on, off, quit for a week, quit for a month, back on it again, whatever it would be. And I just didn't really like it. And then I kind of just for the sake of the cringe cliche type scenario, I made a point this year of saying my New Year's resolution will be that I quit smoking. And
but you didn't do it on New Year's though.
I did.
You did it a bit later.
I know. I had my last cigarette 10 minutes to 12 on the 31st of December, and I said to myself
2 months.
to that, yeah, seriously, yeah.
It's March, but it's March. So you've quit for 3 months, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, 2 months and 12
wild.
days. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I basically I said goodbye to it, and I was done with it, and I was just so determined. I just had so much motivation this time to just say, right, I'm so done with this now, because it's not only is it bad for my health and bad for my self-image and everything else, it's bad for my wallet at this point. That was the main thing that drove me to do it this time, to be completely honest.
Yeah, for sure. But that's a good state of mind to be in, where you are at the point where you're like determined, like this is it, I'm done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe in that way. But that's the thing, right? People tell you like New Year's resolutions don't work, but that's just like, no, not with that attitude. But if you look at you, you just fucking did it. So dumb lily bum,
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself, smokers. Yeah. Oh man, I can smell smokers now. But also, I sometimes still smell like smoke, because some of my clothes are just like ruined. I realize now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, this jacket is like completely fucking because it's also gross, right? Like cigarette smoke. Weed is not that bad to me.
Yeah, I think it's different with weed, and because the reason why I wanted to make a point of it is obviously using a bong now, which is like better apparently. So
yeah, I don't really know if it's better. Well, the fact that this water is now yellow means, the camera's right there. It means something, right? I don't know what it means.
I mean, I've never used a bong personally, so I have no idea.
Well, what happens is the weed is in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see myself, but you're gonna have to tell me if this is on camera. The weed is in here, right?
Yeah.
And then you light it, and then because I suck here, there's like a vacuum. It sucks the air that's going in here through the fucking water up here, right?
Right.
And then because you light it, it sucks the flame into there, and you get all the smoke.
That makes sense.
And the theory is that it cools down the smoke. Maybe that's why it goes through the water, and also maybe filters it. I don't really know if that's true. And also, my bong is disgusting. But I don't think it matters too much. But have you ever smoked from a bong?
Never in my life.
No, never in your life.
No. But
it's not that good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like the purest way to smoke it, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been told a similar thing. Like it's supposedly supposed to be better than joints, obviously. So yeah, power to you. Good job. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, look
I'm
at
still,
this. Smoke free. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's good. Are you still working out though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I stopped and started again, to be honest with you.
Okay, but that's fine.
Yeah. But I had that realization about it, right? Because you think to yourself that it's just a case of like keeping up. And then what happened with me, right, is I lost it for like 2 or 3 days in January. And then I just lost all motivation because I was like, oh, I've messed it up now. But this time, I've been working out again, right? And if I miss it for a day or two, I just think like, that's fine. Just carry on. Just carry on from where I left off. And this time I've been better about it because of that mentality. So it's not
good. You can't beat yourself up over it, right? Because then you're not going to do it anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. So it wasn't a case of like keeping it up perfectly. It was a case of like, even if it does slip, just keep it up anyway, basically.
For sure.
And,
yeah, it's good.
That's the way. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice. You getting bigger? You getting muscles? I'm such a tiny boy.
I'm not the kind of person who would flex on cam, but
But, listen, okay, but I guess so, I'm about to be angry though if you say that sort of stuff to me, because I'm like, if all these Twitch girls get to have their tits out, and I'm cool with that, but I wanted that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be using the same sort of stuff, you know what I mean? Because fucking, it is what it is.
Well, the last time I went home, I got this here right. So the last time I went home, I did the thing a few years ago where I bought like dumbbells, like proper classic dumbbells.
Oh yeah.
And I used them for a bit, like years ago when I was like 18, 19. I used them a little bit, but now obviously because I'm trying to get into the habit of being healthier, quit smoking, eating better, working out, and everything else, I brought them back to uni with me, and I'm using them in my routine now, obviously. So it's decent. It's good. I was going to mention something before we started the podcast, and this is probably the best time to mention it. I was going through my Facebook the other day, right? So basically, someone brought up to me. They said, you realize that your Facebook is full of shit. You need to like go through it.
Oh, right. We were talking about this before the podcast. Yeah, go for it.
You need to go through it and delete all this weird shit that's on your Facebook, because it's like weird shit that you do when you're like 10.
What?
You know,
like memes, like bullshit memes, maybe like Minecraft
just
bullshit
like
shit.
Weird, cringe. Like I'm talking like Farmville posts. You know, like that level.
Okay, but describe one of these posts to me, because this tells me nothing.
I mean, that's a wider story, to be fair. I said we wouldn't touch on this topic today, but I'm going to touch on it anyway, because it's a chill way of touching on it. I basically found out recently that certain people, or maybe a certain individual, have been going through my socials rather obsessively, if I may say, and yours actually as well. Yeah.
Yes,
and basically
I'm being harassed.
finding things to talk
right
about.
Here.
But finding really niche things to talk about behind our backs, which is a little bit weird, in my opinion, but obviously it's a little bit intrusive. If it was someone that I was friends with, or
feels intrusive.
Yeah, if it was someone that I was friends with and they were going through my feed and said, haha, look at this silly shit you did, I'd be like, haha, yeah, I'm so dumb. But if it's someone that I know doesn't like me, that's going through my old stuff that I don't even know what's there.
It's weird.
You know?
The intent is so odd. It's like you are making an active decision to go out there and be negative.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't have any hatred for anyone who behaves like that.
But but of course, I think it's also good. It's good that you bring this up. It's a good way of bringing this up. I think you're right. But it's also good to acknowledge that, of course we talk shit in a way, because we should, I guess if you it's repercussions for us, right? Or for you in this case. I mean, if you talk shit about somebody, it's gonna, they're still humans out there. They're gonna respond, and they did. But I hope we can understand each other.
Yeah, of course. I think it's safe to keep in mind being very clear about where there is and isn't ill intent, because I think a lot of the time, like, I mean, for me personally, I know this is the way with you, is that we both strive to live the chilled life if possible. Like
sorry, what? The what?
We both strive to live like a chilled lifestyle.
For sure.
As chilled as
possible. I don't need drama.
Exactly. Because life is fucking stressful enough in so many avenues. Why would you cause yourself more stress? Just surely do the right thing for yourself and for everyone around you.
I stress myself out. Exactly. I stress myself out, and that's enough for me.
If I could think about things stressing me out right now, I'm stressing about money and uni work and COVID and my job and things like that. Like, you don't need extra stress in life, do you? You should just make life easier for yourself. Just
well said.
Give yourself the easiest journey in life, and everyone will benefit from it, basically. But yeah, anyway, so as I was saying before, right? So I was going through these weird Facebook posts and everything.
He's right.
Like that. And yeah, what was the point I was even trying to make?
So you found like a weird Farmville post.
Oh Christ, yeah.
So
it was like,
there was weird shit in there. But why is it weird shit? What does it mean? That word has no meaning to me.
I don't even know. That's the reason why I brought it up. Basically, I'm not even entirely sure what in particular it was that they were finding and making fun of. So in other words, that just made me feel a little bit like, what have you found? Like, even I don't know what you found.
But also, why do you go in there? Like, what are you doing?
I know, yeah. So now, of course, I've been prompted to go through Facebook for the last 12 years and delete anything that might even be slightly cringe.
No, don't. Just leave it up there. Bro, because there's so much cringe. There's so much fucking cringe on the internet. And it's kind of part of it, right? It's kind of part of your journey, though. There was a point where you were fucking cringe. Like, it is what it is. So
let's talk about YouTube a few years ago. Jesus Christ! I mean, you and your.
Oh no, I can't watch those videos. That's so bad. I can't watch my old videos. That makes me cry.
Yeah.
That makes me feel really fucking bad. I go, oh, I hate that version of me. well.
You don't hate that version of yourself though. To be fair, there's people in my Discord group right now, right? And I
Can't you? Should you never hate a past version of yourself? Because I think we both agree that you should. Let's philosophize for a bit. I think we both agree that you should love yourself, right?
Yeah, of
But
course.
is it? Do you also have to love past version of yourself, or if you were a shitty version, you can just like acknowledge, okay, that was shitty. Is that like better,
Yeah, I think
or
I
is
think
that
it's
weird?
best
Maybe.
I think it's best to try and love your current self. I think obviously a really good thing to do, because in my opinion, if there was a past version of you that was shitty and did shitty things, then perhaps loving that
I
version
feel
of
sorry for my past version.
yeah, exactly.
But that's
Like
not loving. It's not the same. It's more like
yeah,
I feel
it's
like
more like care in a different sense, if that makes sense. But like I think if there's a version of
it
you
does
from the
make
past
sense.
that you don't like now, it's not because you don't like yourself as a person. Then you just it's the understandable notion of regretting silly things that you did. I think,
Yeah, uh,
which is
yeah,
fair.
that's right. Probably.
So
No,
yeah.
Naval at some point. You probably know Naval from the many times I talk about. I bring him up.
Hmm.
But Naval at one point said that he doesn't, because he was asked, what do you really regret doing? And I've always has this really nice way of saying stuff, right? So I like to steal from him. And he said, I don't really I think I would have done things differently, but I think I would have done them with less emotion, like less, And I feel that's so
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah,
Like most things you probably got to go through, but just like, okay, just chill out, The fucking a lot of stuff that probably didn't need to happen.
yeah, I get what you mean. I honestly I think that's a really good way to be, because a lot of times with situations like that, you initially react with a passionate response that is based primarily on your immediate emotional response to a situation, but you know people always say it to you, but if you go away from a situation and give yourself time to think things over on a wider scale and calm down, you do generally approach a situation in a much more healthy way for everyone. So
Oh, yeah, for sure,
yeah.
yeah. Because adults say that for a reason, right? Like when I was a kid, adults used to say to me, "You have to, if you're angry, count till 10, right?" And I'm like, "Fucking bullshit! What a bunch of bullshit! I'm so mad, right?" Like me as a kid, right? Autistic as
Yeah.
shit, like the entire world, like life hurts my eyes. You know what I mean? Like but
Yeah.
but now I realize, okay, that makes sense, right? Because it is like that, right? Sometimes time just needs to happen also.
Yeah.
So maybe for this guy that was going through our footage, I hope that you're watching this and that you go, I hope you understand us, and let me just write a comment. I'm sorry, I was kind of shitty to you on the previous video because I thought it was kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
What you did, but now let's have a dialogue, okay? Let's write a comment. We really, I think we should just like peace and love, right? So tell us your perspective.
Yeah.
Let's get it, sorted out. Because who needs drama? You don't know. You also don't need drama in your life. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The person right now who was going through your tunnel, you don't need this bullshit in your life. You know what I mean? You need to, chill. Learn how to value a chill life. Maybe learn how to love yourself. It's a whole thing.
And just for the record as well,
Maybe
person who we are talking about, we will still not mention you by name. If you would like to delete your original comments and rename anonymous, you are more than welcome to do so. So,
but if you cross me again, motherfucker.
Oh dear! Yeah, you better suffer the wrath of 2 Minecraft YouTubers.
Exactly, bro. I'll fucking paddle all the way over the ocean.
Yeah.
I'll fucking go and get your ass. Yeah, no, it's wild. But see, this is it's comedy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't think I don't know. It feels like also a conversation is so like behind closed doors, right? In a way, when I'm talking, because I'm like trying to get immersed in the conversation with you, Skal. You know what I mean? And and I'm not trying to be immersed in the fact that we're recording. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
because that's when I think the conversation is the best. So, like. It feels so personal to me in the moment that I'm not even like aware if I'm talking shit, because it's like behind closed door you can talk shit, right? I'm not allowed to talk shit with my friends anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
So
that's the way someone described it to me. They said you have to understand that, like, because people obviously saw our previous podcast and thought,
a lot of views though,
a lot of views,
a lot of dislikes. Let's get some likes going though. Come on, let's peace and love.
It's still all
let's
right.
get some likes going, guys. Come on,
I'll have to.
It's a good time, right? You must be looking this. Yes, fuck yes, bro.
Hell yeah.
Subscribers. We got it.
Someone said this to me recently. They said, obviously, people that we know sort of viewed that video and said, like, it's a bit, it's like inappropriate for us to talk about personal issues on a podcast. But at the same time, like, I don't think they understand that this for us is the same as just talking to someone you know. I think there's a lot of people who don't understand that because it's an online relationship as opposed to a real life personal friendship, if that makes sense.
And me, I feel like me and Scott. What I kind of like about our friendship too is that we don't really talk differently on the podcast or off. Like we are like the reason, you know what I mean? Like it's not like maybe that's also where the problem lies because there's no like barrier. It's not like we go on and here we are.
True.
Yeah.
But I think it's
also, who does that though? Like, who does that? Yeah, of course. Who does that? Who records like I don't know for how long we've been going, but who does that? Who records a podcast and just acts for like this amount of time? You know, completely like woohoo! I'm some kind of weird character. You know
anyway, side we call it a segue. Segue complete. I'm gonna use this to kind of segue back into the Marvel conversation again.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I have recently kind of come to the understanding about why I think certain people like sci-fi and Marvel in general, because I think
is this like a really deep thought? Let's go hit me with it.
Kind of, yeah. You might
I'll get my hype for this.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, right, I think that there is a big connection between people who have issues socially and people who like sci-fi. Because like, if you think about the absolute epitome,
this is such a projection of you.
We're getting there. Right? If you think of the utter epitome stereotype of someone who is like a big old nerd, okay? You think about someone who basically was tragic as hell in high school, college.
Are you talking like braces? Are you talking like braces?
I'm talking
and
like overweight,
pen protector,
pimples, braces, little circular glasses, like the epitome view of like a stereotypical tragic nerd, right?
Yeah, but then he's also a mama's boy, right? Because his mama overfed him, probably. Right?
Probably, yeah. But like,
that's what happened to Zeus.
In real life, right? in real life, that utter stereotype doesn't really exist, but you do get people who have elements of that stereotype. So, for me personally, right, I was tragic as hell in high school. I often wish that people that I knew in high school could meet me in person now and see how much more confident I was, how much more differently I behave.
Yeah, but that's the age old high school what's it called, like when you get back with your friends, like high school reunion. That's exactly. The age old like fantasy, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
but I think there is a really big connection in terms of like social skill and how much you can appreciate a very simplistic scenario like a sci-fi film, because if you think about like I love really intense like drama and things like that. So one of my best TV shows, my absolute favorite TV shows is Better Call Saul, along with obviously Breaking Bad.
Oh,
and
yeah, I've never seen it.
The complexity in that show, the drama is so intense and it's incredible. But if you think of something like Marvel, in every Marvel film, it does usually just boil down to a really simple confrontation between someone who is good and someone who is evil, and it's as simple as that.
That's what I don't like though. That's what I feel like Marvel should go away from. But maybe they're doing that with Scarlet Witch, because it's like that's exactly it. Maybe that's why the story is so good, because there is no like straight up evil. Because even Agatha is like, sorry to interrupt you like this, but you said a really interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And even Agatha is like kind of like, because she's like on the cross, right? She's like being or whatever, not on the cross, but she's like on the fire, right? Her powers are being taken away, and she's like, I can be good, and her own fucking mom is like, no, you can't. It's like, if you tell her that she can't be, she's never gonna meet. It's mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, no, Agatha's not a villain in my opinion. She's not a villain at all. She's obviously not a good character either, though. I think she's more of like...
I feel like she's a villain, because if she got the powers from Scarlet Witch, or from whatever the fuck her name is, Scarlet Witch, I guess. If she got the powers, she would have fucking done some evil shit, I think. I think that's what makes her evil.
True. I mean, I kind of hope they use her as more of like a grey area character in the future, though, because I don't want her to be a villain, because she was such a good character in WandaVision. She was a lot more complex than like a lot of the other characters in that show, I thought. So I don't know. I would really like to see her return, and they have set it up so that they would make have a return in the future. So that's good at least.
Yeah, for sure. And she's like astral projecting, right? Why do you think she's doing that? Maybe I was thinking maybe the guy from Thor who can see people. Maybe then he doesn't see her.
Maybe that's really interesting, actually.
Where's this guy? Oh, he's dead. Heimdall. Oh, he's dead.
Oh yeah, Heimdall died.
Heimdall.
I forgot about that. Yeah, crap. I always think of all these characters.
Heimdall.
Maybe.
Oh man, they could do that, bro. They could like that's probably how they introduce Asgard. Like, oh my god, I've spotted something, right?
Yeah, it's just Asgard 2. Amazing, yeah.
Man,
this is the only multiverse where Asgard survived.
Yeah, of course, bro. And that's in the fucking multiverses. That's where they have the different fucking Iron Mans, right?
Yeah.
This never has to end.
I know.
The world could be fucking marveled. Like all the fucking media I watch could all be in this universe. And there's Harry Potter in there and stuff. I'm rooting for it. And Batman.
I wouldn't
and it's
even
just
mind.
like all
It'd be
like
sweet.
great. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind either.
Yeah, it'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, sick.
Someone
And let's
said
come
to
to
me,
the VR going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone said to me the other day, they said, aren't you worried that like Marvel isn't going to last forever? Like in like 20 to 30 years time, it's going to finish, and then what are you going to do with your life? And I was like, no, I am worried.
Why would it finish?
I am worried that Marvel will still be going after I die, and I may miss some of it. That is a genuine concern of mine now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
we might be 85
It's
on our
funny,
deathbeds, and Spider-Man 35 is coming out the next year, and we're not going to get to fucking see it because we're going to be dead. You know, like it might happen. It'd be fucking terrible. Like, can you imagine what the reaction would be, right? If in real life, 2099,
bro, you'd want to get frozen. You're like, oh man,
Yeah,
but
I know.
like in Spider-Man 50, they're probably gonna do like a big event. I'd rather watch that. So you're gonna get frozen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Can you imagine? Right. This is ridiculous because we're talking 80 years in the future. But can you imagine?
Are you high? How are
I
we
wish I
talking about
was.
this? What happened?
I wish I was right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can you imagine if in 2099 they released Spider-Man 2099? Like the actual Spider-Man 2099, but in 2099. Like that's a plausible
could
thing
never.
that they might do now. Like,
But they might maybe you know how like whenever like a movie like one of those crazy fucking movies where they bend space and time. I think you've talked about it on the previous podcast. The one with the bookshelves. He goes into like
Interstellar. Yeah.
Interstellar. Yeah, I think when they go do these sort of movies, they actually make a lot of scientific discoveries, right?
They do actually. Yeah, in a lot of these.
Because they actually
cases.
they really go into it and they go, oh, that's how it works. Oh, and now we can visualize it. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very cool. And what if they figure out like how to actually time travel just by making Marvel movies? Just like, oh wait, hold up, you know, we've gotten so far into this like plot. You know, what if we just try it? You know what I mean? There might be a little universe down there. We've come, you know.
Who fucking
It's
knows?
wild.
Yeah, we just go into the fucking quantum realm or whatever it's called.
The quantum realm. Yeah, but it's so OP, bro. The quantum realm is so OP. It's such bullshit.
I'm so hyped for Quantumania. You know the third Ant-Man film. It's I think
Oh,
Ant-Man
I'm
and
not
the
at
Wasp
all. I
Quantumania.
didn't even tell me about it. Is there a trailer? No, there's not a trailer.
No,
right?
not a trailer yet. No, it's. One of the
Is there a
ones coming out
logo?
next
Can you show
year,
me a
I think.
logo?
I can show you a logo actually. Yeah, let me get that up.
Nice.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Let me see. Yeah, it's one of the confirmed films coming up in like the future, Marvel films in general. But yeah, let me see if I can get that in a new tab. Just make it a bit larger. There we go. So there it is. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Wow.
That is only like a placeholder logo that they just released when they announced the film was happening. But yeah, there's no trailer for it yet. It's probably already started, going through like the writing process and everything like that. But
Have you seen have you seen the image of Thor from Love and Thunder, where it's kind of a spoiler, where you know the one I'm talking about, where Chris Hemsworth is like wearing the jacket.
yeah, he's got like the sleeveless leather jacket on, and
Yeah.
it looks so fucking cool. I know.
It's
I'm
wild.
really hyped for that. There is not a single film coming out in the next 3 years that I'm not excited for from Marvel. Like they all seem like they have so much potential. Even like Shang-Chi. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a fucking like.
I am also excited for that. Is
Science-
it like it's like where is that actually? In like the same area where they had the Mandarin in Iron Man 3? Is that the same area? Is that
I don't
like,
know actually.
Middle East? I guess.
Again, because there's not much information. There's no trailer or information about it yet, really. All I've been told is it's basically going to be like a sci-fi martial arts, like Bruce Lee type film, which sounds quite fun, to be fair. So,
Yeah, I guess it's wild.
Marvel exploring every genre possible, as usual.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun, right? So yeah, that's wild, man. They know what they're doing.
isn't it?
They're
They
consuming every
definitely do.
genre. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Man.
it's gonna be fucking.
Oh man! Oh, I wrote in my little book. Let's just get to it naturally. I wrote in my little book. I had some notes, but fuck them. We don't need notes. It is what it is. But I wrote down what I would really like to see. Do you think that so for how Blade they're gonna reintroduce Blade
Yeah.
at some point? That's super cool. And do you think they're gonna do vampires? Because I feel like that's kind of weird if vampires have just always been there. Like I can understand witches because they go in hiding. You know what I mean? They just do their witchy things. And there's legends, but there's also Norse legends, so it makes sense that. But maybe vampire legends are just like canon.
I mean, I think a good way of doing something like
Is that what it
now-
is?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is vampires. Yeah.
That's such a powerful tool, right? That just
Yeah.
like all the mythologies are just like canon now.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
That's such a wild one.
That was implied in like the first or second Thor film or whatever it was, that basically humans kind of learnt English from Asgardians. Like English is not actually an earthly language; it's the Asgardian language, and humans picked it up from the Norse gods who actually.
Oh,
visited
and that's
Earth.
why everybody speaks English.
Exactly.
That's fucking brilliant.
They implied that's
Ah.
why English exists in the way it does in the film, and I thought that's just great. I just love that so much. 'Cause
Yeah, that's great.
they've basically just taken Norse mythology and made it canon. Like it's just such a dumb.
Yeah, but that's why
idea,
the gods they call themselves gods, but they're just aliens, right?
they are. They're
In
literally
the grand
just
scheme of
aliens.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
humans would have
Asgardians.
perceived them as gods, but they aren't. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does a couple of interesting things with Asgardians. There's like a guy who's been living as an Asgardian. It's like they find him, but it's kind of cheesy because they go, "Hey, hold up, you're on these pictures like from a while ago. How is this
Yeah.
possible?" Or they find some document or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
You know, so it's really fucking
I
cheesy.
remember
But
that episode. Yeah, there wasn't like some old guy that was just kind of hiding out in a little town somewhere, and they had to
yeah,
go
but he
find
wasn't.
him.
He didn't. He was like a big guy. He wasn't like a big guy. He was just like some small fat.
He was like a little frail old guy,
little-
wasn't he? Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I remember
that's
seeing
weird.
that actually. Agents of
I was
S.H.I.E.L.D.
like, "You're an
was pretty good,
Asgardian."
Yeah, I know. I watched the first 3 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it kind of died off a little bit for me. Because for me personally,
I think the first is great, but the rest is
yeah,
trash.
the first season was they had the twist halfway through with the Hydra reveal, and it was just really good. I thought the first season was really good, but after that, it just sort of
But
got
I hated-
progressively more boring.
I
for me.
started. I started hating it when the fucking guy. Who was the guy? The like love interest.
Oh.
Who was the guy?
I know exactly who you mean. He was like the classically handsome, tall guy who was like the
Yeah,
strong
yeah,
man
yeah.
or
And then
something.
his
Yeah.
and then his mentor in life was like a weirdo who took him to the woods to shoot deer, and he had to like kill with his bare hands. You know what I mean? And he had to
Yeah.
kill the dog he was with. His mentor was like this fucked up, like crazy fucking guy who ended up wanting to take over the world, right?
I know,
Like
yeah.
being the big bad, and then he's like still following him because he's got daddy issues. That's when I lost it because I was like, "What the fuck is this character? Like, what's happening?
It was a
Who
bit
is this
weird,
guy?"
yeah.
Because he was so like, because they were trying to tell you that the entire time when he was on the ship, the entire fucking time he was acting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like straight up fucking like,
Yeah.
ta-da! Like here I am.
I can't believe that though,
Love
because
you.
that's all
I
they
care
did in
about
the
you
Winter
guys.
Soldier.
Like-
Because the Hydra reveal in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coincides with the Hydra reveal that happens in Winter Soldier. Like half of the whole sword, shield, operation group type people, they were all working
Yeah,
for
but that-
Hydra. Like
That could have been so cool. That could have been so cool.
they could have done more with that.
I
think.
wasn't.
It was kind of downplayed a little bit in the film, I think, but I don't know. Because it should have been a big thing that they were working towards for a while, but it just ended up kind of being a bit like loose. So
Yeah,
know.
because exactly. I feel like maybe they weren't told maybe that the movie was
Yeah.
going to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe the writers of the show just watched this film and they saw this and they went, "Fuck!" You know what I mean? Like, shit. Now we gotta write this bullshit.
That's literally what happened with Infinity War. Because I had a
Spitting all over
friend.
the place. Sorry.
I had a friend who watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like up until it finished basically, and he said apparently because the way they'd always done it is the episodes released alongside the films. So for example, the episode where the Hydra reveal happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the first episode after Winter Soldier dropped in cinemas. So when it happened the same time at Infinity War. Because, of course, the people that were writing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. were kind of like disconnected from actual Marvel by this point because it wasn't really canon anymore. It basically just didn't happen. Like, Infinity War just didn't happen in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, no one got snapped out of existence. There was no panic. The show just kind of went on as though nothing had happened. So, by that point, it's like, it's kind of sad because the show truly was like disconnected from Marvel, and it's like, yeah, we kind of have to just admit to ourselves it's not.
But
canon anymore.
why did they not try more? I get that maybe
know.
the films didn't want to be. I get that maybe the films didn't want to be let down by it. Like they didn't want to care about the lore, zeg maar, snap je wat ik bedoel?
Yeah.
Maar why did they not like adapt? If they were like a tad more adaptive, they could have maybe been in the universe still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of those contents were kind of cool. Like maybe they could have just fuck it. Maybe the story was a bit bad, but just still use the same Darkhold or whatever. Like whatever, just whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Coulson was a cool ass character. You know?
Yeah, Coulson was like one of the best
He
parts
turned
of the
kinda
show. He was great.
Yeah, but he turned kind of fucking psycho. He turns kind of psycho. It's kind of sad.
It was a bit strange. To be honest, but-
And you're watching a man who's filled with alien blood, who's like scribbling on the wall like a psychopath. But the only reason that you're convinced he's good is because you've seen him be good. You know what I mean? It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then he's like killing people. You know what I mean? And he's like hijacking cars. And it's like, oh, you go, Coulson. good man, save the world. And then there's two shield there, and then there's two shields, and then they don't merge for a while. You know what I mean? You're like,
yeah.
who are you sure that you know what you're doing? Like, are you sure that you know? Why are you guys even fighting each other? What the fuck is it?
It's so well, mess, to be honest, but
it was horrible.
Yeah,
yeah, but I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. No, we can have opposing opinions. Though you like it, I don't like it. That's fine.
No, well, that's the thing. I'm kind of agreeing with you. I liked the first season, but after that, I didn't watch any more of it. Like you've watched more of the show than I have because I just got bored of it after the first season. So
no, but I didn't watch. Oh, but that's still you don't know any of the space shit when they go transform. You haven't seen that when they go to the Lost City.
The last thing that I remember seeing in the show was when they went.
Why are we talking about this? It's such a trash show. Oh, sorry, you like it. I'm sorry.
The last thing, I can't remember what season it is, but it might have been season 2 or season 3. I stopped watching. But the last thing I remember seeing is they basically went to this alien planet, and then I can't remember which character, but one of the characters got stuck there for months on end, and then they ended up going to the planet to rescue them. But then
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You've seen more than I did. I've never seen it.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe I have that. But apparently, Hydra was actually some ancient alien species that some Nazis basically discovered and worshipped, and then they actually find the original Hydra alien.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
In Agents
of
S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a bit weird, but it's kind of cool. It's a more satisfying explanation than any of the movies give, at least.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so, I agree. Yeah, Red Skull. Even in Captain America, Red Skull was kind of like, ha ha. You know what I mean? It's a bit too dramatic, but maybe it had to be dramatic. Oh, Captain America was great though. Fucking Captain America First Phase was great. Why am I talking trash?
It is a good film, to be fair. Still one of the best ones in the original phase, in my opinion.
But they're all of them are though, except for Thor maybe.
Yeah, Thor 1 and 2 will always be on the lower end of my ranking, but Thor 3 is one of the best ones, so it's fine as far as I'm concerned. But
yeah, bro. Thor. But I'm so fucking excited for fucking Love and Thunder, man. Because especially now that I've seen that outfit, I'm thinking they're probably because he and Star-Lord are also always beefing it out, right, for the captain roles. So they're probably gonna go on an outfit thing, right? The Thor's gonna lose weight, you know what I mean? They're gonna compete for that bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Hemsworth is gonna get this nice ass fucking 70s dress because he's figured that on Earth maybe this was like a fashion of whatever. Yeah. Because he maybe looks at the era that Star-Lord gets inspiration from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And dresses appropriately. It does. It's so fun. That's why it's so fun, because it always makes sense what they do, right? I didn't make this up. This is just I'm seeing it right there. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just hyped to see what they do with Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest, because obviously at the end of Endgame, when Thor obviously leaves to kind of go with the Guardians of the Galaxy to do whatever the fuck it is they're doing right now. I guess they're trying to find Gamora at the end of Endgame.
Yeah, find Gamora. Yeah, well,
I would have been more than happy.
How do you think that works out?
I don't know. I think they're gonna find her and maybe try and bring her back to being good, but it'll not be her. I don't really know, but I think I would have been more than happy with the situation, right, if Thor would have just joined them, and the next Thor film and Guardians of the Galaxy film was just the Asgardians of the Galaxy, and that was just the title of the film, and we had no Volume 3, no Thor 4, just the Asgardians of the Galaxy. I would have been more than happy with that, but it looks like they're still going with the direction of Thor 4, more Thor, and Guardians Volume 3 in the future. So what does that mean though? Thor 4 is coming first, and then Guardians 3. Yeah, Guardians Volume 3 comes afterwards. Yeah. Are
the Guardians just in Thor 4 the entire fucking movie?
Apparently, I mean that would make sense because he's with them now. But obviously, one of the only things that we do know about the fourth Thor film is that Thor's going to step down, and Jane Foster's going to become She-Thor in this film. So.
Wait. But is that confirmed? Because I thought that was a rumor. I thought that was not real.
That was one of the first
but maybe that was
they
a rumor.
said about the film.
You know what I mean?
Literally, there's a video of them at some sort of convention, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, she takes the hammer.
Now. Yeah, and literally, Taika Waititi himself literally said...
Okay, but look it up. You can Google right there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll find it now. Actually. Let me find it. This is
it's a bit on the screen. You're a friend. You know what I mean? It's I'm here to serve.
Thor.
This is why I'm Google in the thumbnail, right? I'm a Google man.
Let me see.
Google Vision
video. I can literally see the exact clip here. Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. I don't know what this is.
Nerd. I don't know either.
Okay, here we go.
Epic.
Song copyright. That's sad. Okay, I'll just get
okay.
That's hard.
Here we go. This is it. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Oh, hey, look at us.
Oh, that's
Taika, legend.
Taika, what have you got for storing with us? And are we going to see Korg and Meek again?
Sorry, can you? Oh, okay.
Man, I
see
want
where
Tycho on my
this question's
podcast.
He would be an amazing guest.
Is there sort of like
Yeah.
an ongoing relationship between Thor and
Legend.
Korg? Is it sort of like a thing that where they
Korg, man.
continue
Fuck yeah, bro.
the friendship / love
Yes.
that they
Some thunder.
established in Ragnarok? Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Happened.
Who knows? That's the first time I've seen the that logo. That's brilliant.
Whoa, love and
Thor, Love
thunder.
and Thunder.
Are you thunder and I'm
Because
That's right.
there's nothing more powerful in the world than love.
And Thunder.
Nice.
And the combination. I dropped this microphone, but it's too expensive.
So,
Nice.
Chris,
Yeah, he carries
where are
it.
we
It's
seeing
great.
Thor headed in this film? Because he was
Here we go.
hurting a little bit at the last one.
He's headed to 7-Eleven. We've got a little Netflix subscription, and he may be on the couch, but who knows? You know, I think Tiger's got something pretty.
Who knows? Only I do because they haven't read the script.
Because I've never seen the script. They just refused
Man.
to show it to us.
Yeah.
That makes my next question to Tessa a little awkward, since I don't know if you would know, but day one as King of Asgard, what would Valkyrie first change in New Asgard?
Hell yeah.
I think, first of all, as new king, she needs to find her queen. So that would be, that'll be her first
Got
order
it.
of business. She has some ideas. Keep you posted. And then, I don't know, what's cool about Asgard, you know, as it has already been mentioned, that Asgard is not a place, but a people. So I think just reinvesting in her people, and a cool thing is to create refuge for any person that might need it. That, to me, is the idea of a perfect Asgard.
Okay, so who needs it? Who needs it? Who needs it? Because he's like referring to
So that's,
something,
I think,
right?
what she'll do.
Who needs it? Who
And
needs
then
to shelter
hopefully she'll
Velcro?
hang out with
Yeah.
Love and Thunder, which he is both to me.
And create love.
The love I feel for him gives me thunder.
Yeah.
All over. Hi,
Woo.
Elsa, that's his
And
wife.
the thunder I feel.
Wow.
So Tyga, I know you love the comics. Is there any other particular storyline that you've pulled from?
This is it.
Yes. So there is. When we were shooting Ragnarok, I was reading one storyline by Jason Aaron called The Mighty Thor.
Which one's that?
And for those of you who know that storyline, it's incredible. It's full of emotion and love and thunder. And it introduces,
I'll spit on the screen.
for the first time, female Thor.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I hadn't
for
seen
us,
it. I
there's
thought
only
this was the
one
clip where.
person
Wait. Wow. Okay. Cool. Epic.
who could
bro.
play
Oh,
that
great.
role.
Wait, I think she's coming on
Yeah,
stage.
of course
Only
it's her.
one.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
she's
I've seen this
here.
part.
I'm going to introduce her to you now. Please, welcome to the stage, Natalie Portman.
Nice. This is
Ah.
well, it means we can talk
Oh,
for
let's
30
watch it
seconds.
though.
So yeah, but yeah, but that's I've seen this clip before, but basically they just kind of said, because obviously she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok at all, and she wasn't even in
No, she
Infinity
wasn't.
War or Endgame. She's not
No,
been
but
in
in
films for
Endgame.
ages.
Yeah, but they talked about it in Endgame. Where he's like, "Oh, my love," right?
Yeah, look at that though. He's like giving her the hammer. It's so good.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so hyped for it. I don't know how it's gonna.
So
be
what
with
is that?
her,
What is that?
but-
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. I bet you it's
Yeah.
good though. I bet it's gonna be some Wonder Woman shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm really
Like I bet
hoping.
I bet the
How does
the
it
dress
feel
they
to be back
picked
in
is
the
like
MCU,
reminiscent
but
of the
this-
vibe, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I love the fact they're going with that storyline, because I feel like Thor at this
Yeah,
point,
same. That's really cool.
Thor's not gonna die, but he's sort of like fed up of being Thor, and he doesn't feel like he's his true self. That's why he went off with the Guardians at the
Okay,
end of
so
Endgame.
is Thor just gonna lose his Thor force because he's gonna stop sticking to the lore? He stops playing by the rules,
Well,
and then
no,
the
because
universe is like, okay, but because Thor has to fulfill a legacy, right? That's why Asgard follows a legacy, right? That's why Ragnarok happens, right?
Yeah.
It follows a prophecy, right? And maybe what if Thor just starts using the Thor force for whatever the fuck he wants to do? The gods up top are like, nah, and then the Thor force goes to someone else, and that's fucking,
Natalie Portman,
maybe Natalie Portman to teach him a lesson, maybe.
That would make sense. I mean,
Ooh.
if you're not fussed about
Gotta be.
spoilers, basically the storyline that he's talking about, Taika Waititi there, it basically says that Jane Foster in the comics is basically like she has cancer and she's dying, and then like the last moment of her life, she picks up Mjolnir. She becomes worthy to hold Mjolnir, which for one thing means that Mjolnir's coming back somehow. Don't know how that's going to happen, but Mjolnir's coming back to some extent. And also it means that like Jane Foster's going to have Mjolnir and be She-Thor. But in the comics, the moment that she loses Mjolnir, which she does, someone takes it away from her in the comics, she just dies almost immediately because her body's
because
just,
of the cancer.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be rough as well because it's with the Guardians as well, right? And the Guardians has like a Star-Lord's mom who's also died of cancer.
Yeah, exactly. So
I weird.
I don't think she'd die.
That's so weird.
But like, I think that might be the conclusion of her storyline, because obviously she's been a character in Thor 1 and Thor 2. She didn't really get mentioned that much at all since those two films.
No,
but
so this better be really good. I hope this is like a lot about her, so I get to care about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope
she's
so
gonna
too.
die. I hope I care about her.
Her character got shafted. Like even fucking Darcy was in WandaVision, and Eric was in Avengers. You know, so like the other side characters from Thor have already been done better than she has, so she deserves this. And I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be good.
And because they're all Thor characters, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, like if you look at it.
Yeah, but I like that as well with Valkyrie as well. Valkyrie's such a cool character, and obviously she's like the ruler of Asgard now. So.
Oh yeah. I wanted to ask you, but like, for real though, who do you think she's going? Because she says that. Asgard can be a shelter to anyone who needs it and who might need it. That's what I wonder. After maybe Wanda, she takes in Wanda for a bit after.
Maybe. I mean,
nah, that's kind of weird. No, that wouldn't happen.
I don't know. I mean, I think Wanda's like so powerful at this point. She's just gonna go off and do whatever the fuck she wants. Like you said before, she's gonna just go off and rip the multiverse apart just to get her kids back, and Doctor Strange gonna have to clean up the shit afterwards. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Let's go patch it up. Like, oh shit. Use the stones. Oh shit. I don't have any stones. Oh fuck.
You can imagine like Doctor Strange. Like you can imagine him following her around, being like, "Oh, you caused a mess here and here," and he's just sort of like tidying up after her after she goes everywhere. Like
then there's this evil guy, right? Mm-hmm. He's following him, like the buddy who's like, "See what you're doing." Yeah, maybe they have to like patch it up together. Maybe they have to like help work together or whatever. I don't know.
Interesting. Wanda cannot die. I would just hate Marvel. She can't die. She has to keep going because she's had so much happen to her and she needs a good ending. Okay. So,
but what's a good ending for her? Is it her own personal universe? Is that it? Infinity with her kids? Is that it for her? Is that a personal ending? What does she want? She doesn't want to be immersed in this world. What does she want?
Do you know what House of M is?
Yeah, man, I know what House of M is. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Stuff that's inevitable, right?
It's going to be one of the big storyline events. It's going to be like an Avengers level film in the future, basically. And in that storyline, she gets so powerful that she basically throws a tantrum and resets the entire universe to her own liking. Like she can just do that. So I don't fucking know. Like if she's that powerful, and
that will fucking happen, bro. That's gonna fucking happen. That's wild, bro.
They're establishing her to be that powerful.
And do you think, because let's just assume this shit's gonna keep going. Let's go, right? Disney, consume all. Please, buy my podcast. As long as I get to have the rights, because I want to be able to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But just like, you can put your logo on it, and maybe you can promote my podcast a bit, you know what I'm saying? But the point is that.
But yeah.
It's fucking wild, man.
It's going to be crazy.
What's going to happen? Do you think it's going to be Avengers level film? And who's going to be fighting it? Because I need to be a bit more like, I have no idea who's going to be the new Avengers.
I have no idea.
Like it's all fucking fucked up. There needs to be like an Avengers film to set it all up from the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that's what they did with the first Avengers, right? There was no Avengers. The first Avengers film was all about how there was no Avengers. There was only these weird shady characters, and they had to come together and learn to become a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, her two kids, right, that have the Quicksilver speed and the ridiculous telekinesis, telepathy, or all the different kids, the powers that her other kid have. Those two kids are supposed to be part of the new Avengers, along with like Ant-Man's daughter, She-Thor, maybe.
But that's like years down the line.
Yeah, that could be like 10 years in the future. Yeah, so
exactly because these are kids now. They want to. They bro. They're seeding actors right now. They're like, here. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, what art's happening? It's wild.
But then they're exploring storylines of characters that haven't been done justice yet, like Wanda and Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki. Obviously now we're getting things like She-Hulk and Hawkeye and Moon Knight. And there's going to be just so much weird shit.
Moon Knight is real? Moon Knight's real?
Moon Knight's real, yeah. It's going to be Oscar Isaacs playing him.
And by that point, is Deadpool also gonna be in the MCU? You think?
I fucking
Probably,
hope so.
right?
I think he will be by that point. Yeah, because Deadpool 3, I think, is being.
Sorry, this isn't like very. This doesn't look very good, but whatever. Sorry, what'd you say?
I saw.
I suddenly got very conscious of like what I was doing. I was like, ooh.
Nice, amazing. Anyway, we have been recording for an hour and 15 minutes, so I don't know how long you're okay with this.
Hour and 15?
Yeah, man, doesn't fucking feel like it, does it?
50 or 15?
15, 75 minutes currently. So
75 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the longest podcast I've ever done.
Yeah, I mean Marvel talk. Here we are. Yeah.
I'm so high. Oh, does that mean you want to end it?
No, I'm just saying how long you want it to go on for, because it's fucking long by this point. So it's up to you, man. But
but what the thing is that well, I got a little bit of weed. So do you want to go for? Oh wait, no, no. Well, I mean, God might be real, because hold up, I got a message right here from my my phone. I look like such a clown. Do I look like? Have I been looking like this the entire podcast?
I can
Oh man.
I got shades. Let me get them. Hell yeah.
Oh no, I think we gotta end it, because I'm about to run out of data for today.
Oh.
Scout? Yeah, I'm not
fine.
trying to bullshit you.
No
It's real.
Well,
But we can do
case,
like hold up. I want to see your face, so we can do like a little personal, like a little goodbye. I don't know how to. Super annoying.
go on. Do your camp ass little finisher.
Okay. All right. Hello, what's up? It's MJ Trips with Skaliber. He's back. We squashed some beef.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to fucking go cook some dinner. I'll do a cooking with MJ right here. No, I'm kidding. Man, it's been a while. If you're watching to this, I'm just saying, it's wild. I barely stayed awake for this to the end. Like I was wearing shades. But if you watch this far into the podcast, then you gotta kind of give it a like and subscribe to me and also to my friend Skaliber.
Thank you very much. But yeah.
What is it? Thank you, man.
What?
Fuck out of here, nerd.
Like, fuck you,
polite
subscribe.
motherfucker.
Fuck off. No one likes you. Yeah.
Hey, all right, man. Subscribe to him. Don't subscribe to me.
Yeah.
Who cares? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This man's high off his ass, as you can tell. But yeah.
I'm not high off my ass. All right. End it whenever. I need to lay down.
Thank you for watching. Have a very nice day.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.